Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. We are facing off against Saint Macule, the Wind Caller. Another fight against a 3x3 boss with 4 health bars. Exciting stuff. The goal right now is going to be to take out his barrier, obviously. Stun him. It'll also, get rid of the whole 70% damage reduction. Starting blow in desperation is much less scary than quick riposte, I can tell you that. Anyway, so let's see what we can do. Hilda can get in range. Claude can certainly get in range. Leone can get in range. Ignatz can't. Lysithea can. Byleth can. Raphael can. Lorenz cannot. These two, it doesn't matter. So, let's start with Claude, I guess. Or actually, no. Let's start with, Ignatz? Just to get the support bonus for Claude? I think that makes sense.
You have had your fun. If you are going to flee, now is your chance.
I don't know why this guy isn't actually a dragon, he's just like a big bird. Or maybe this is, like, supposed to be a type of dragon. The immovable was also not obviously a dragon, he looked more like a turtle. Something. Hey, Claude, how does your ashes and dust look now? 95. Yeah, I'll take that.
I smell those detestable 10
Detestable?
Who are you?
I'm the grandson of the grandson of the grandson of the elite Regan. Now tell me who you are.
I am your family's enemy. If you carry the blood of the 10 elites, you cannot be permitted to live.
Well, this guy's a lot angrier
What do you mean
than
by that?
Saint
And
Indak.
what's that crest on your forehead?
No more talk.
Wait, there's a crest on his forehead?
You must destroy me.
Got you covered.
Wait. Oh, I see what happened. That's a crest? Well, it must be the crest of Macule. It just looks like a triangle. It doesn't look like a crest, but then again, I don't really know what the crest of Macule looks like. However, maybe I have one in one of my... Ah, there it is. Yeah, okay, I definitely can't tell. Definitely cannot. Okay, so what else can we do here? Leone, do you have an assault troop? You do. Alright, so you can just take out this side.
I can help too.
Alright, that leaves only 4 spots left. Byleth can get 2 of them. Have Hilda throw a hand axe at one of them. And Lysithea hit one of them, I guess. I don't know why counterattacking is happening, but I guess let's Byleth first.
Those who stand before me, how long has it been? Hundreds of years, thousands.
Right in between.
The stink of Sophis upon you. Let us find out whether you share her power.
The stink of Sothis. Man, this guy is so angry. Alright, 2 spots left. I mean, I guess I could use Lysithia's Gambit. It would hit, and it would clean up the current stage. Yeah, let's do it.
Let us help.
I'm not there yet.
I fight and grow
Okay. Raphael, of course, is always a great candidate to punch things. But only doubles, so I guess I'll just do this. As opposed to letting somebody else attack first.
Gotta get stronger.
Maybe this'll...
Hey. Hilda, what can you do? No, that's not really doing a whole lot. Brave Axe, let's go. Maybe we can actually finish it this turn. I wasn't expecting that to be the case, but...
Yep, I'm stronger now.
Yes, you are. I mean, I don't think we can, because I don't think Lorenz and Marianne can do enough damage, but... Oh, I guess. I guess if I'd kept Lysithia 1 spot further back, I would have potentially done it, but whatever.
Appreciate it.
Can I not? Oh, I can mount. Okay. Doesn't even double. Sad. Okay, do we have anyone to heal? Oh, right, we can Thoron. I mean, why not? Might as well... It's either heal... or recover, or restore. Rather, let's restore, why not? Seems fun.
I will prevail.
You just throw an attack in there? Why not? Certainly got a lot of damage out there. Reinforcements. I don't think I'm gonna even try to send someone up there. I mean, I guess... I could pretty easily get Hilda out there, I guess. Quad. Right. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We get Mercedes out of the way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Granted, Hilda is one of the best damage dealers, but I really don't think it's gonna matter. There's Lysithia. Could also have Lysithia potentially warp somebody over towards this guy. Oh, actually, we could also just do that. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And who do we want to send over here? How far can we get? Far enough, let's just say. Oh, actually, wait. Before I do that, what are all my healing options? Marianne, yeah, I'm thinking Byleth is going to heal.
What's my strategy?
I use Recover on Raphael.
Let's make this quick.
Alright, now... do that.
Leave it to me.
Huh, Dragon Claws are not effective. Okay. Fascinating. Alright, Marianne.
I'll do my best.
Heal Hilda, I guess. Either, yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Either Hilda or no one, so it's Hilda. Alright. Who do I have? Leonie's gotten in plenty of combat, I feel like. But she's the only one with an adjutant. So unless somebody can attack without getting a kill, which they most likely cannot. Actually, in the case of Mr. Lawrence, they can.
I can still fight.
You're fine, don't worry about it.
My orders? There's more work to be done.
Strength is all for a mercenary.
It stopped moving. Is it dead?
Probably not. It's asleep.
No. It seems it's just sleeping. I thought we were supposed to be given the treasure, but... forget it. I'll just have a look around there. What about this thing? Huh. I'll think about it later.
White. Leonie MVP, what a shocker.
Thanks for all your hard work, Teach. Sorry for dragging you along with me.
I was gonna say, it is actually impressive that she managed to get MVP despite the fact that she was working with Desert, but she chose the right way to go, which was the way that didn't involve running into a pathless part of the desert, unlike Lorenz, who foolishly went the other way through totally his own fault and not because I didn't pay attention to the terrain.
I had no idea it would turn into a fight. But hey, at least we got some treasure out of it. I'll leave this in your capable hands. Do with it as you will.
It would have been easy enough to just turn around and leave if you didn't want to fight, but that would not be the Fire Emblem way. Why don't we share it?
How would we do that?
I don't know, because I don't know what it is.
More importantly, I didn't go there looking for treasure. Not really. Legends about the saints abound. It's hard to tell fact from fiction. I like to confirm whatever I can with my own eyes to find the truth in those legends. Not a thing.
Oh, come on. Yes, you did.
We didn't find anything concrete to prove that Saint Macuil had been there. We can't say for certain that the treasure we found was Macuil's either.
Dude.
I do wish we could have spoken to that wind caller a bit more.
Yes.
Unlikely. Macuil lived thousands of years ago.
But you
And
weren't
I've
paying
never heard anything
attention.
about the saints being monsters like that. Wait a minute. Could the wind caller have anything to do with the Immaculate One? The Immaculate One is a monster sent by the goddess. Could the wind caller be... Where was it that I heard that stuff about them having been sent by the goddess? Maybe I'm too tired. My head is heavy. I can't think straight anymore. Let's call it a day for now. I've got plenty of time to think this over.
I guess so. The Galta. Crest of Regan. Huh. How, well, it's very light. That's nice. Alright, so as is usually the case at this point, I guess, I am going to do an off-screen battle for support grinding purposes, and then we can't look at the calendar, so I don't know what happens after that. Oh well. So, I'll be back.
I would like to ask you something.
Very well. I have always been confident in my exceptional skill, but lately I will admit I have experienced some minor doubts. What can I do to restore my confidence? It's actually a good question. I mean, I actually kind of agree with this, but I don't think that's going to make him or the other two, for that matter, happy. Kind of like this answer. I think either one of these would work. Lorenz doesn't need the motivation, but at least at the end, Ferdinand might be able to use it. I mean, it's not like motivation's hard for me to come by on an exploration weekend, but still. Let's go with this one.
Ah, so that's how it is.
Okay, well, that seemed like I got the medium answer. Sure. It's okay, Leonie.
Let's do it together.
This won't be difficult if we do it together. There's one thing taken care of.
I'm feeling good about this.
I'm getting the hang of it.
All that work was worth it.
I suppose it's working.
Alright, as you might expect, we have some supports to do. Can't really tell how many, but...
Hi, Annette. Looks like some tasty food you've got there. Mind if I join you?
Sure, but I'm finished eating. You're here late. Busy day?
Very. I got caught up thinking about your song. I find it really makes the time fly.
So you didn't manage to forget about that. I really wish you would.
Alas, I cannot. That song is engraved on my soul. The lyrics, they echo in my brain, begging to be understood. Those words represent the cry of a poor soul who died in anguish. Is that it? That's it, isn't it?
The cry of a poor soul?
A land that's dark and frigidly cold. That could only mean the underworld.
Or
In my
Fargus.
search for truth, I read up on the old rituals of the eastern regions of Fargus. Those who die with regret are thought to end up in an underworld of sorts. Somewhere cold, somewhere dark, somewhere creepy. To escape from their bitter limbo, they dig their way up through the earth, trying to find the surface, or the light, in other words. And so they creep about endlessly in the cold dirt of the underworld, clinging to their hopeless desire. Creepity creep, Annette. Creepity creep.
Holy crap.
So, was I right, or was I right?
What? No, you're not even close. It wasn't supposed to be a dark and miserable song at all.
Huh. Now that I think about it, the melody and dance didn't really match the weight of the lyrics.
The lyrics are simply about seeds pushing out of the ground to become sweet little buds. They creep through the dirt until they find the light. The song just describes what it's like to be a budding flower.
Damn, that is good stuff. Okay, maybe I read too much into it. Actually, now that you've explained, it really is a nice little song. Creepity creep, the gentle journey from the ground to the surface. I love it.
Do you think it's embarrassing that I made up such a silly song?
Not at all. Oh, but that reminds me. I was so inspired by Creepity Creep that I made up some lyrics of my own. I've been nonchalantly carrying them around with me, hoping to run into you. Would you mind taking a look?
Oh, of course. Let's see here. Walking with purpose and a steady stride, lively and bright and full of pride. Crying, laughing, and blazing ahead. Why worry about tomorrow? Let's eat instead. So, what would you say this song is about, Claude?
Oh, Annette. Sweet Annette. This time it's your turn to decipher its meaning. Let me know when you've figured it out.
Let's eat instead. That does sound like Claude.
That reminds me, Ferdinand. I wonder if a certain rumor has already reached your ears.
I suspect I know what you are referring to. A certain noble who caused a stir at one of the local taverns, correct? For someone of status to make such a scene. What a disgrace.
I thought just the same. A noble ought to hold himself to a higher standard. It is hardly appropriate to drink and mingle with a tavern full of commoners.
Oh, that is not quite what I meant. I do not object to a noble patronizing their local establishments. In fact, I would say such excursions have value.
Is that so? I would be very curious to hear what value you mean exactly. But allow me first to venture a guess. Is it that you suppose it is proper for a noble to bolster a town's wealth with his patronage? If that is your thinking, then I would counter that whatever one adds to a merchant's coffers seldom makes it to the pockets of the townsfolk. I think that if a noble wishes to use his resources to ease the burdens of the commoners, he ought to go about town and spend it more directly.
That is wonderfully insightful, Lawrence. Albeit not what I had in mind. What I meant was this. We can benefit from crossing the threshold and learning more about regular folk. We scarcely understand the reality of their lives. In turn, they do not know about us. I have heard that some believe we have horns growing from our heads. It is an embarrassing
Only Edelgard
and
has those.
potentially perilous state of affairs.
You are quite right. In fact, that reminds me of something a boy once said to me when I visited a village on my family's territory. He actually asked me if I had a tail. Hilarious.
We all need a laugh now and then. As a man of status, I feel it is my calling to right the world's wrongs, but there is only so much I can do alone. Working in tandem, though, you and I could make tremendous accomplishments.
My sentiments exactly. Together we could achieve a great deal. Though the circumstances of birth may have placed one of us in the Empire and the other in the Alliance, we can still aim for a brighter future together.
Yes, precisely. Together, there is nothing that we cannot accomplish.
If
By
we
the way,
work
Lawrence,
together.
Do you have a tail?
Ho, 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 ho. I'm really surprised that doesn't go up to an A support level.
Marianne! Come here! Quick!
Oh, what's wrong, Raphael?
It's that bird you were talking to! I just found him! See? Right there on the lower branch. That's gotta be him. But he looks a little sad for some reason.
You're right. Do you mind if I handle this? Hello there, Mr. Bird. How do you do? Yes, I see. I see. So your food supply is...
Food? I got it!
I completely understand. I have seen more people and birds foraging for berries lately. It would be ideal if those berries were growing in another forest nearby. Then you wouldn't have to.
Raphael's doing the, like, pick up rocks off the ground from one of the, what do you call it? The, like, group tasks, that animation.
Are you hungry, Mr. Bird? I got just what you need!
Are those bugs? Yuck!
Look at him go! He's loving it! He's gonna get so big and strong after this.
That was... disgusting. But how did you know he was hungry?
I could tell by looking at him. He looked hungry and weak. More importantly, I saw what you did. That bird wasn't speaking human, so you gotta understand birdese.
Birdies.
I knew it!
Oh, about that. I'm sorry, Raphael, but I need to tell you the truth. I can sort of understand what animals are thinking when I look at them, but I can't speak to them. I'm sorry for leading you on.
Oh, I see. What about me then? Can you tell what I'm thinking when you look at me?
Really? It's pretty easy to tell what Raphael's thinking.
Well, of course not. You're not even looking at me. You gotta look at my eyes.
Nope, still can't do it.
I guess I just gotta tell you. I'm thinking it would be nice if you talked to me the way you talk to animals.
What do you mean?
Whenever you talk to animals, you seem happy and friendly. I just wish you'd talk to me like that too.
I'm so sorry, Raphael. I didn't know.
What if I tried this?
Oh, God.
Chiri-chiri-chiri-doo!
What the...
Whoa! I've never heard you laugh before. I should have talked to you in birdese sooner. Cheep chara, cheeply woo, teedledee!
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that one.
I said you gotta eat bugs to grow big and strong, just like Mr. Bird.
I think I'll have to pass.
Okay, I do not... That support was so much cringe. Ah.
Huh. What's that about? Marianne, I saw you on the training grounds earlier. It looked like there was an argument.
Oh, no. It was nothing.
Are you sure? Nothing happened at this morning's training?
Well...
Okay, tell me what happened.
I just couldn't keep up with the rest of the group. Everyone got so mad at me. They said something about looking into their eyes so I could read their movements, but I couldn't do it.
They may have a point.
I'm a hindrance to everyone. I can't do it.
Of course not. That goes without saying. It's hard to accomplish anything on your own. Look at me. By myself, I'm worse than useless. Can you see where I'm going with this? To succeed, you have to cooperate. You can't do that if you're not paying attention to nonverbal cues.
Huh?
Please, try looking up. Looking people in the eye. You'll see some things that you've never seen before. People worry about you, and rely on you. You'll see that on your allies' faces. In a way, you'll see what they're thinking.
You may be right. It was my fault for looking down. Thank you, Ignatz. I appreciate your encouragement.
Of course. Look, we both saw the sunset and appreciated its beauty. Nature communicates without words. We can do the same. We don't need to speak to be understood. Stop staring at your feet. Look at us. That'll be a good start.
I can certainly try.
Huh.
Is something wrong? Did I say something to upset you?
Oh no, to the contrary. I just realized that I was missing something. A thing of remarkable beauty. Right under my nose.
Remarkable beauty?
What? Don't mind me.
Well, having that back-to-back with the Raphael Marianne support, like, kind of makes it seem like everything Marianne is doing is about, like, needing to learn to look people in the eye, which kind of it hasn't come up at all before, so it's interesting. I'm sure I've seen this one before. Maybe not this one. Guess we'll find out.
Professor Hanneman, is this a good spot for this book?
That will do nicely, Lysithea. I'm sorry to trouble you with these chores.
It's no trouble. After all, it's proper etiquette for the young to help the elderly.
The elderly? Only... Never mind. How have you been feeling of late? Anything worth mentioning?
I've been feeling well enough, all things considered.
You seem to be maturing remarkably. No doubt your well-being is due to the positive influence of
Jesus,
the working
Hanneman.
in tandem.
Here he goes with the positive again. Looks like your research is more useless than I thought.
I may ignore your assaults on my age, but I will not allow unfettered attacks upon my research. What makes you think it's lacking? Surely you do not deny that your crest-related abilities exceed those of your peers. You are so far ahead of the others. Even the combined effects of the twin crests you bear do not fully account for that discrepancy.
You just can't see beyond the crest, can you? In all your research, haven't you considered that my abilities are a direct result of the effort I put in?
Of course, I am aware that you are a hardworking student, but...
My efforts far exceed those of any other student. I've placed top priority on growing as quickly as possible.
Is the ability to expend such incredible efforts, to be so focused and driven, is that not a form of talent?
It has nothing to do with talent. It's a question of sheer will. I'm determined to succeed, no matter the sacrifice.
Hanneman has a
I
point.
see, but what drives you to such lengths?
I have goals, just like anyone. And precious little time in which to achieve
I do see what he's getting
Little
at.
time?
The people who made me as I am informed me that my life would be drastically shortened as a result. A person bearing two crests against the will of nature itself. Well, clearly it can't be sustainable. As such, I don't indulge in the luxury of fantasizing about the future. I haven't got one. Knowing all this now, will you still claim that my crests are something positive?
I cannot. Please understand. I had no idea.
Please
I believe it
understand.
now.
Lysithea. So that is why you were...
Yeah, I get what Hanneman's saying, and it's actually a really tricky thing to address, right? Like if one person appears to have more willpower or more drive than another person, is that an innate quality, or is that like a choice they can make? But it's weird to think about it being a choice because like the drive itself is part of what like allows you to make the choice to do whatever it is, you know, you need or ought to be doing. So then like where does that come from? And I mean the idea that it comes from crests obviously applies only to this game, but like in a broader sense, it's actually like a really interesting question about sort of like human nature and what makes people different from each other, like, and what it's sort of almost like there's almost like a free will question tied up in there too.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
How long did you expect me to stand here?
I did just say sorry, but I could say the same to you. You were pretty slow to settle on a time.
I can't help having a busy schedule. Plus, I thought you could use the extra time to prepare.
We could go back and forth like this all day. Or we could get started.
You were the one who kept me waiting. Let's begin.
On my signal?
Hurry up.
That's better. Okay, go!
Let's see what you...
Did Felix just get owned?
A pit trap?
That's right. How you feeling down there?
Coward!
Nice. I like
What
it.
you want, but Captain Gerald taught me this one.
Ugh.
You're heavier than you look.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting that.
If this were for real, you'd be dead. Aren't you glad I put straw down there instead of spikes?
Yes. I underestimated you. I suppose your lateness was a ploy to distract me.
You're not wrong. I did it to rile you up. Draw you in. You're capable, confident. I was counting on that. So, what do you think about Captain Gerald's training now?
His technique worked and you won. What else is there to say? Winning is all that matters. You drew my attention to a major vulnerability. I'll need to be wary of traps. Thank you, Leone.
Seeing as you're thanking me, can I ask you a favor? Will you come watch my next training session? I'd like a few pointers about fighting in close quarters.
The loser must pay tribute, I suppose. Yes, I'll help you train.
You will? Thanks!
Yeah, I mean the whole Geralt business, like, ugh, whatever. But props to Leone for pulling a fast one on Felix, especially because Felix is the one who's always like, you know, about how honor is meaningless and, you know, knightly or chivalrous codes or whatever meaningless. You just do whatever it takes to win. And then she she gets him with the draft, and he's like, coward. It's like, well, I mean, she did what she had to do.
Why did this have to happen? Getting separated from my own troop. I'm a failure as a commander. It's already almost sunset. My wounds are aching, and I'm so hungry. Maybe I'm just gonna die right here. But no! That's such a pathetic way to die. I wonder if the rest of my soldiers are okay. I'm so worried about them.
Up and at 'em, Annette. There you go.
Caspar? What are you doing here? I was wounded in the forest, lost sight of my troop. I wandered around and Oh, where is everyone?
Calm down, you got nothing to worry about. They're fine. My men retrieved the rest of your unit. You're the one we've been worried about. How you feeling? Are you hurt? You've got a pretty painful-looking wound on your leg.
Oh, I'm alright. Though I might have trouble running.
If you say so. I gotta admit, I got the chills when I heard you were missing. Your soldiers told me what happened. I was only able to find you thanks to them. You've got a good troop there. You should be proud. What's wrong, Annette? Not feeling so good after all?
No, that's not it. I was just thinking about what a hopeless commander I am.
It's my job to look after my soldiers, but they ended up having to look out for me. If I'm this hopeless, I shouldn't be out there at all.
What are you talking about? I don't know anyone around here who works harder than you. You put your all into your work and everyone knows it. Why do you think your soldiers are so loyal?
Caspar.
There's no way they'd do so much for you if they didn't see it in you. Come on, let's head back. I'll help you if you're having trouble walking. Your soldiers are worried about you. Go show them you're doing just fine.
Yes, you're right. Thank you, Caspar.
No problem. Just remember that it's okay to make mistakes, as long as you're learning from them.
Man, Caspar's so wise all of a sudden. Well, I guess he was in his other Annette support as well. They're pretty much like the same support, just with different, like, window dressing. I've seen that one before.
Petra, what are you doing?
Hello, Zero. I was doing training for hunting.
I thought you were already a good hunter.
I am good, but to keep good, I must keep practicing.
Oh, I get it. Huh. Hey, can I ask you a question? I mean, I figure you asked me a personal question before, so now it's my turn. That is, if you don't mind. Tell me why it is you do all this training, and if it's got something to do with where you're from.
My training in my land of home. Before I can give answers, I must give you my history. I was a child in Brigid. But then there happened the war with the Empire. My parents they died. Brigid lost in the war. After it, a decision was had that I must go to the Empire.
War, huh? That's the same as me.
Yes. But our difference is that I still have a strong devotion to my land of home. I want to grow my skills and train with hardness for the goodness of my land of home. I will one day be leading Brigid. I want to have better relations with Vodlin. So that is why I am here. When I wish I could be there.
Oh, wow. You do all this so maybe you can be a leader for your people? I guess I was right. You're real different than me.
We have differences, but we do not have so many differences. You and I are the same, I believe.
The same?
You work with great passion, all for the future and to keep protected what is here today. I work for the future of my land of home. You are the same, but here is your home.
I don't know. Maybe, but I guess that does mean I'm putting in a lot of effort every day, just like you.
That is what I have said. You and I are the same, even with the differences we have.
Well, that was one of the least exciting Petra supports of all time. They pretty much just went over the things that we already know about each of those characters. Hooray. Right, yeah, it looks like we might... Oh, this is new.
I heard what you did. I'm disappointed, Leonie.
What?
Hi, Shamir. What have you heard exactly?
You aimed your bow at a group of students passing through the monastery. Was this your idiotic idea of training? I told you to be cautious.
I'm sorry. Idiotic's a bit harsh, though, isn't it?
What were you planning on doing after you took aim? Shooting passersby? Of course not. If you want to train, choose a target you can actually shoot.
I know. Everyone was pretty mad. I really am sorry.
Nobody's happy to have a bow pointed at them.
My mentor used to do that kind of thing a lot.
Mentor? Was that Gerald? I don't know much about him. Would he really do that?
Would and did. Mostly when he was drunk, though.
Not a good habit to emulate.
Yeah, no kidding.
From now on, only aim at bugs, like I showed you.
But, I don't really like bugs.
You don't like bugs? That should make you want to aim at them even more.
I just can't look at them. Seeing all the extra legs and things, makes my skin crawl.
Then just draw some spiders and hang them on the walls. Aim at the drawings whenever you pass one. Overcome your fear of bugs while you train.
You want me to draw
Leonie does
spiders?
like multitasking.
Ew, no. Would that even help?
Yes, I should know.
Huh? You were scared of them too?
I was, but they don't bother me anymore.
Okay, you've talked me into it. I'll give it a try.
And don't hang them where other people might pass.
Got it, got it.
I am surprised that
Learn my
Leonie
lesson.
has issues with
Promise.
bugs given her background.
I'm choosing to believe that.
Really, that's more of a thing for people who aren't very outdoorsy. If you spend all your time outdoors, you kind of get used to stuff. It surprises me. So, I think I'll stop here, and next time we'll be exploring. Undoubtedly, that the actual like new stuff won't take the whole time, but it probably will. Let's see. I don't know. Well, there'll be supports after that again. This game just has an unending quantity of those, so that's probably what'll be. Next episode is exploring supports, and then the episode after that, we'll probably get all the way to the mission. Because any battling I do here is going to be off-screen auxiliary stuff. Anyway, I guess we'll see. Until then.